Hello, it's your girl Lily here. How's your week going? So guys, there's this skirt I'm working on and I thought it's okay to work on it together with you. It's an easy to follow tutorial with only double crochet and half double crochet. It has a slit on the side. So this is part 1 of the video. Don't forget to watch part 2. It's a beginner tutorial, so let's get into the video. So these are the materials you'll need. I'll be using 3.5mm hook. To start, we'll start with making foundation chain of 15. We're starting with the waistband. Chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll make half double crochet on the third chain from the hook. Third chain. So to make half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the loop, into the loop, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the 3. So you'll continue making half double crochet up to the end. Then I'll meet you at the end. So reaching at the end, you're going to chain 2, turn your work. We're going to make half double crochet on the back loop only. So yarn over, make half double crochet on the back loop. Like that. Yarn over, half double crochet on the back loop. Make half double crochet on the back loop until you reach the end. Make sure you have 13 stitches at the end. So on the third row, you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and repeat row 2. Turn your work, make half double crochet on the back loop until the end. So you're going to keep on doing this until you have enough number of rows to cover your waist. So I'm going to continue making the rows until I have 29 inches. So you should have 29 inches when you stretch it. I mean, if you're making full waist 29, or rather 28, you should have 28 inches. We're going to put strap on the waistband, so that will help in adjusting the waist. So make sure you have enough number of rows for your waist size. Then I'll meet you when I have enough rows, okay? So I have enough rows to wrap around my waist. I didn't want it to be tight, so this is enough. I have enough rows already. If I measure this, I'm not going to stretch it that much because I don't want it to be so tight. It's 29. Yeah, I'm not gonna stretch it that much. Using a band will help to adjust the size. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to attach the ends with single crochet. So to attach the ends, I'm going to go to the last stitch right here. Chain 1, then you're going to go to the next stitch, then you're going to go to the back loop right here, single crochet to the next, back loop, and make single crochet. Continue doing the same until you reach the end. After you've done single crochet, turn your work. This is the wrong side. Now turn it to the right side. So this is our band, like that. So the next thing we're going to do after turning it to the right side, we're going to single crochet along the edge. So chain 1, single crochet, we single crochet in that space on top of the half double crochet in that space. Then here we single crochet and this space of the space on top of half double crochet, the space, in, let's say, from this distance to this distance, you'll have how many single crochet. So for example, from here to here, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 single crochet on top of this half double crochet into this space, into this space here, and on top of this. So in like this distance you'll have 4. So keep on doing that until you reach the end. And I'll meet you at the end. At the end, you're going to slip stitch on the first single crochet we made. Alright, we are done with the waistband. Now we're going to start working on the body of the skirt. Just use your tape measure to make sure this part is at the middle of the band. The sides are going to be the hips. Then this is the back side. So make sure this side is at the middle. So we're going to work as we increase on the hips. I'm going to use a different color of yarn to mark here. Then I'm just going to do like this to make sure they are, since this is the middle, you see. Let's do that again. 6.5. So I'm going to replace the markers. Okay, to start on the next round, I'm going to chain 1. Then on the same space, on this same stitch, you see the stitch right here? On the same stitch, I'm going to make double crochet, chain 1, then make 1 double crochet. So you're going to make double crochet all the way until you reach the first stitch marker. Make double crochet until you reach the first stitch marker, then I'll meet you there. I'm towards the stitch marker. So you're going to remove the stitch marker and you're going to put 3 double crochet inside that space. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochet inside the same space, then you're going to put your stitch marker on the middle double crochet. We have 3, so you're going to put stitch marker on the second double crochet on top of the second double crochet. Yeah, then you just continue with double crochet until you reach the second marker. I'll meet you when you're about to reach the second marker. I'm at the end of my stitch marker, on the second stitch marker. So we're just going to do the same thing. Remove your stitch marker and put 3 double crochet inside there. Put 3 double crochet, that's 1, 2, and 3. Then the same thing we did on the other side, we're going to mark the middle stitch right here. Then you continue with double crochet until you reach the end. At the end, you're going to slip stitch on top of the double crochet. Slip stitch on top of the double crochet, like that. We're going to chain 1 into the same space, put 1 double crochet. Continue with 1 double crochet until you reach the stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. So I'm going to put my last double crochet. Then on where we have stitch marker, we're going to put only 1 double crochet. 1 double crochet, then put back your stitch marker on that stitch. So what you're going to do, if you increase on 1 row, the next row you're not increasing. So like here, we increased on the first row, we're not increasing on the second row, but we're going to increase on the third row. So you're going to alternate like that until you have enough number of rows to fit your hips measurement. We increased on the first row, we're not increasing on the second, and we'll increase on the third row, we're not going to increase on the fourth row. So we're going to do like that, forth and back, yeah, until you have enough row. So after putting your stitch marker on where it was, you continue with 1 double crochet until you reach the next stitch marker. I hope that's clear. You increase on if you increase on 1 row, the next one you won't increase. You increase on the third one, the fourth one you won't increase. Yeah, so right now we're doing a row of no increase. The next row we're going to do a row of increase. So when we get back here on our next row, we're going to do 3 double crochet inside here and mark our second stitch with a stitch marker. Okay, so continue with the double crochet until you reach your second stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. We're going to do the same on the second stitch marker. I'm just putting my last double crochet, so I'm going to remove my door, put 1 double crochet right here, then put back my stitch marker. Then you continue with double crochet until you reach the end. Then at the end you slip stitch on top of the double crochet. Continue, then I'll meet you at the end. At the end, slip stitch on top of the double crochet. Like that. Chain 1, turn your work. On starting the third row, chain 1, turn your work. Then on the same space where you have chain 1, you're going to make 1 double crochet. Continue with 1 double crochet until you reach the stitch marker. I've reached where I have the stitch marker, so I'm going to remove my stitch marker and do an increase. Do an increase, that is, we're going to put 3 double crochet inside the same space. After that, I'm going to mark the middle stitch this one here. Then you continue with double crochet until you reach the second stitch marker, then do an increase there too. At the end, you're going to slip stitch on top of the double crochet. Starting the next round, chain 1, turn your work. Now we're working on the opposite direction. Into the same space, you're going to put double crochet. Like that. Continue with the double crochet. So this round, we're not going to do increase since we did an increase on the round we have just finished. So you're going to keep on repeating row 1 and 2 until you have enough number of rows for your hips measurement. Like you can see, it has started to increase. As you continue working on your project, on your skirt, just keep on measuring. You stretch, keep on measuring, and remember to stretch your work. Remember to stretch your work until you have enough rows to cover your hip size. So basically what you're going to do is keep on increasing until you have your hips measurement minus 4 inches. For example, I'm doing for hips measurement of 40 minus 4, that's 36. So if I fold it like this, it should be 36 divided by 2, right? So that should be around 18, and I'm at 17. So meaning I'm going to do one more row of increase, one or two more rows of increase to reach 18. So make sure you do increase until you have your hips measurement minus 4. If you fold it, should be the half of your hips measurement minus 2. Yeah, I think that's clear. Because if you stretch that, if I stretch that, by the time I'll be reaching at 18 inches. If I stretch it, it should reach 20 inches. So 20 times 2, that's 40. That will fit perfectly well, not tight. Continue doing increase until you have enough number of rows. Like right now, I'll continue with 2 increases. Then the height, I'm at 7.5. So I'll meet you when I have 18 inches. Okay, let me show you guys how I reattach my yarn. In case you want to reattach your yarn, like the one you are working on is about to get over. So what I'm going to do, I'll just leave a strand which I can wrap around my finger. Then I'll yarn over, insert my hook inside the next stitch like that. Then take the yarn the one I want to start working with, wrap it around my finger, yarn over on that yarn that you want to start working with, pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2. So that's the double crochet. Then you'll have these ends here, so you'll just work with these ends as you continue making double crochet. So I'll yarn over. You see how I do it? Put a double crochet into the next stitch. I have to work with these to secure them. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So I'll keep on working with them like that. And so that's how I reattach my yarn. Yeah, that's enough. So I'm done. If I stretch this, it should reach up to, make sure you don't stretch your work too much. So I'm done with my rows. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to continue working on rows with no increase. If I measure this, the height is 9 point. So I'll continue working on rows with no increase until I reach 12 inches. Then from there, I'll tell you what to do next. So since we're not going to do increase anymore, it's okay if you take off your stitch markers, but I'd advise you to leave the stitch marker on the left, because we'll be doing slit on the left side. Because if you wear it, this side will face the back, the side that we were joining on will face the back, then this will face the front, right? So if you wear it, this side will be on the left. So you can keep on leaving the stitch marker on the left, because that will help us locate the place where we'll start working on the slit. And the stitch marker on the right, you can just remove it, because we're not going to do any rows of increase anymore. So I'm going to continue doing rows of no increase until I reach 12 inches. On reaching here, you'll just be putting 1 double crochet, no increase, but after doing that, you put back your stitch marker on that same stitch and just continue working normally. Chain 1, turn your work, then put 1 double crochet on the same space where we have chain 1. Continue with double crochet to the next stitch. Continue putting 1 double crochet until you reach the stitch marker. Okay, I've reached where I have my stitch marker, and this is the left side of the skirt. So I'll just put 1 double crochet inside there, then put back my stitch marker on the same stitch. You see, this was the middle stitch, then that 1 double crochet, put back the stitch marker. So you'll keep on doing this until you have enough number of rows. Then continue with the double crochet, 1 double crochet until you reach the second stitch marker. The second stitch marker is on the right, so that one you'll just put 1 double crochet inside where you have the second stitch marker, but you can just remove the stitch marker, because from here we'll not do any increase anymore. But on this side, we're putting it to help us mark where we'll be doing the slit. I'm on the second marker, and I'm just going to put 1 double crochet inside there, and remove my marker because I won't need it anymore. I'll just continue again from there with 1 double crochet on every stitch until I reach the end. I'm done with my rows of no increase. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to chain 1, then cut off my yarn. From here we're going to start working on the slit, but this part 1, please watch the part 2 on where we'll work on the slit. Thank you for watching this part. See you in my next part of the video.